Transform your hair with hair growth products by 12 tribes on Earth. Experience natural, powerful ingredients that promote thicker, longer, and healthier hair. Say goodbye to thinning and hello to confidence. Hair growth oil, shampoo, spray, and butter by 12 tribes on Earth because your hair deserves the best. Just look for the links in the comments section.
Shalom, family. It is good to see you all here. And some of y'all have sent me videos of, your hair products. I'm going to incorporate that um, in my little commercial. So when you send me something, I might incorporate because I got to do some editing of it anyway. I had one person send me a video of them receiving their hair product, and they actually did a little video on it. So I'm going to start incorporating your videos or your success in your hair growth. I will just tack that on so people can see it. So I thank you. Those of you that have sent videos, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. So, family, there is first, let me thank CP Knight, one of my subscribers, for sending this story. And, when we do selfies, usually people will kind of bunch up together or put their heads together or, or hug each other, and you do selfies, and and that's innocent enough, right? You would think, okay, we can do a selfie together. Well, now they're saying there is a head lice outbreak, and they believe it's coming from people doing these selfies. And actually, when I first heard it, I was like, wow, that's crazy. But then when you really think about it, it makes sense, because all it takes is one person to be in a group of people doing a selfie. Then, think about it, then everybody got head lice at that point. It really don't take but one person to spread it among other people that are in the same selfie. I don't know. I mean, if you're going to do one by yourself. Do it by yourself. You better be careful about who you do these things with. Now, remember, anyone that has a straight textured hair, those are the people that get head lice. And just look at where head lice treatments are. Head lice treatments are in places like Puerto Rico, Mexico, North America, Canada, and America, all over Europe, uh, India, okay, and the Arab world. Anybody that got a straight textured hair, if you don't believe it, just type Puerto Rico head lice treatment, and you're going to see they got head lice treatment locations there. Because if you got a straighter hair, you are the ones that are prone to getting head lice. You are prone to getting head lice. You don't see us in those centers because we do not have a straight hair. And it's very difficult for them to survive in our hair. So that's why you have never over the years heard of a head lice outbreak among Black men, women, and children, because it does not happen with us. And even during the time when I went to school, we used to always hear occasionally about it. Usually it was a white child that got pulled from school because they had head lice, or ringworm. That was another one they had, ringworm. So, but I have never seen any of the Black children get pulled for that particular reason, you know. So, y'all, let's get into this story. Let's get into it. Let's see. Stop. Now, I mean, we have seen selfies millions of times. People do it all the time. But this is probably the first time I have heard in head lice outbreak selfies is a surprising culprit. So there have been a rise globally, not just here, globally in head lice outbreaks, and it prompted concern among experts. And they were trying to get down to why this is happening. The biggest head lice activity was happening between children and teenagers, and you know how they just love taking selfies. The young, it seems like the younger they are, the more they love selfies. Head lice, and I did a YouTube short on that a while ago. Itchy parasites that live on the scalp. They typically spread through direct head to head contact. And what do you always see a lot of people do in selfies? They get close together. You'll see their heads together. Sometimes you'll see people hugged up, with each other or hugged up in a group. So yes, so they're definitely getting contact that way, head to head contact, mostly among children, and getting close for group selfies, which often means pressing two or more heads together to fit into a cell phone frame. And it could give head lice an opportunity to crawl from one head to another as they cannot jump or fly. So when you put your heads together, it's literally crawling from one infested head and to other people's hair. Wow. I didn't know it was that deep, but I guess it is, y'all. All right. So selfies serve as a significant transmission source. Okay. And wow. Wow. So, the question is, since this is going on globally, are lice on the rise? They're saying it's not clear whether head lice outbreaks are worse. For experts, they said that has not been widely demonstrated, in the scientific sense. So, some head lice removal clinics in North America and parts of Europe are definitely reporting an uptick in demand for their services. We have seen growth all across the country. So, America got these clinics everywhere. Isn't it amazing how there are so many all throughout the country and we don't hear about these things because I guess it don't impact us. It wouldn't be no reason for us to hear it. But there are many and there are several in each state because these folks have been having these outbreaks since they've been in the land, y'all. This ain't nothing that just started. This has been happening the entire time they've been in the land. That's why head lice treatment businesses are everywhere, multiple treatment centers in each state throughout the United States. Now, the biggest one of the biggest, is Lice Clinics of America. And they are nationwide and they do nothing but focus on lice removal. They are reporting they saw an 18% increase in clinic treatments and nearly 20% rise in lice removal product sales over the last 12-month period ending in April. Clinics outside of the US, like I said, Puerto Rico, you know, down there, Dominican Republic, the things they don't tell you. Many of them get head lice too, y'all. So, outside of the US are reporting similar situations. Shonda Walker, who owns Nitwits, a lice removal clinic in Toronto, said in 2022 was a particularly quiet, but they said that that year was quiet, but business started to pick up late last summer as she saw a significant increase. And Lice Squad, wow, y'all got some really crazy Lice Squad, which has clinics across Canada, has seen a 50% increase in service requests over the past year. And this is according to the founder, Dawn Munchie, the chief executive officer of the company. So they said they are seeing the same thing in the UK. And their treatment centers are called Hair Force. And they have centers across the United Kingdom and is in the process of opening a seventh. So they got six already. They need to open a seventh because the lice treatment, even in the UK, has increased. Mm, mm, mm. Our clientele are showing a war wariness. Clinic owners said that clients seek professional help after failed attempts with treatments at home. Jennifer Rosa, who owns Lice Lifters, Lice Lifters, wow. That's a clinic in Plymouth Meeting. Plymouth Meeting is in Pennsylvania. I know that just from growing up in the city of Philadelphia. Plymouth Meeting is in Philadelphia, and so is Washington Crossing. So she got two locations there in Pennsylvania. Many caregivers who bring their children have already tried prescription treatments, over the counter products, or home remedies, and they're not working. And, they said these lice today are a lot more resistant than they were in the previous years, which means they are adapting to these products to the point where they're not working. Can you imagine one day even the treatment centers don't work? Oh, ooh, man. Now that's crazy. So, a Lice Comeback, some experts said that many countries simply may be seeing a return of a pre pandemic lice level. Lice outbreaks fell sharply during the early days of the pandemic, when most children were not allowed to go to school or daycare or engage in extracurricular activities. Studies from the United Kingdom, Argentina, Poland, and elsewhere have reported pandemic drops in lice infestation among school children. Well, yeah, they weren't going to school. Yeah, I guess it would be a drop. We know that kids are back in class doing play dates, playing sports, and doing activity they used to do. Albert Yan, a pediatric dermatologist at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and one of the clinics report on the head lice from the American Academy of Pediatrics, said in an email, "It's not surprising that we are returning to what I suspect a more expected level of head lice infestation." Can you just, I'm just, y'all, how the hell, I just can't picture walking around with a bug infestation in my head. That just seems just so crazy to me. That just seems crazy. Ian Burgess, director of the Medical Entolomy Center. This is in Cambridge, Massachusetts. They said it could be interpreted as a surge, but it's a bit like waves of water. So, in other words, with the head lice, it goes up and down at times. Oh, man. Okay, so one expert is skeptical, however, saying that because many of the reports of lice infestation come from commercial lice removal clinics, the anecdotal report may reflect marketing efforts. Yeah, well, yeah, they're selling a product. Of course, they would do that. Richard Pollock, public health. This is a public health professional at the Harvard University who has studied over diagnosis of lice infestation, reported in his research that the majority of children who were presumed to have lice did not. Many had other types of bugs and oh no, oh hell no. He said many of these children did not have lice, but had other bug infestations in their head. I am too done. I am too done, y'all. I am too done. I am too done. These folks don't just get lice infestation, they get other bug infestations in their head too. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. And y'all been walking around here trying to act like you better than somebody. Oh my. Oh, y'all, I am too through. I am too through. They get other types of bug infestations in their heads, not just lice. Oh, oh my goodness. You ain't gonna be walking around up in my face acting like you better no more. Okay, you hear me? You ain't gonna pull that one off no more. Oh, hell, y'all, that stopped me right in my tracks. What other bugs? Well, let me tell you what other bug infestations they get outside of lice. They said many of these children had bugs in their hair. They had aphid outbreak, ant outbreaks in their head, beetle outbreaks in their head, just from playing outside. And other culprits included dandruff, hairspray residue, and even cookie crumbs. But they had other bug infestations in their heads. Hell no. Hell no. Oh my goodness. Y'all, they get multiple different bug infestations in their head. I'm too through. These people, don't let these people walk around in your face and act like they better than somebody. Y'all shut that mess down. Shut it down. Start giving them the list of infestations they have in their head. You ain't gonna walk around here better than somebody no more. Okay, oh no, you're not. Woo! Oh my goodness, they attract and have outbreaks of all kinds of things on their heads. That is nasty. That is so nasty. Oh my, I don't think I'm gonna ever be the same, y'all. Or other experts say it could be that clinic visits are on the rise because lice have developed resistance. That's what I was saying. I think a lot of the over the counter treatment products they have and other at home things they try fail because the lice are now unaffected by it. So, really, these clinics are their last resort. They don't have nowhere else to turn if the other products fail. That's why they have to go to a more professional clinic to try to kill off the lice because a lot of these products that they sell out here, they just don't work no more, which means these lice are very resistant now, more so than they were years ago. Mm, mm, mm. I'm just telling y'all, I ain't gonna never be the same knowing that they have bug outbreaks, many different bug outbreaks in their head. Okay, so in the United States, unit sales for lice treatments have been on the decline in recent years at brick and mortar stores, according to data from the research. I guess that's Nick. And in a 52-week period ending May 18th, unit sales were down 1.5% compared to the year before. Compared with the same period 4 years ago, unit sales were down 33%. Well, it would be if you're saying the over the counter treatments and treatments they can get out of the store are not working, then yeah, they're going to just not buy it altogether because they already know it's not going to work. So that actually makes sense. So, people have resorted to all kinds of home remedies for head lice. Some people have used olive oil, mayonnaise, hair conditioner, baking soda to smother or stall the crawly lice. Ugh. Then repeatedly comb their hair with fine tooth combs to remove live lice or unattached eggs. Ah! Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I can't. I can't. I can't. You know what? I know some of y'all are married to these people. I know you are. But if I'm looking at them and they're combing bugs out of their head and eggs out of their hair, I tell you what you gonna do. You gonna get your ass the hell up on out of my house. That's what you gonna do. That's what you will be doing. Man, oh hell no. Do you know when I first came on the internet, it was a black guy and he was talking about that. He was married to a white woman and he said he turned over in the bed and he just happened to look over at her and he saw the lice crawling around in her head. I see that would she would get out of my bed. Okay, I don't care. We are married. She would get her ass the hell up on out of my bed. And if it's me, out of my whole house, you gonna get your butt out of here. So anyway, and he was talking about that experience. I couldn't do it, y'all. I'm sorry. If I see something crawling on you like that and there's a bunch of them, you get down to my house, married or not. You get out of my house. You getting all the way out. I know y'all think I'm crazy. And you know what? I don't know whether he was still with her or not, but he was just talking about that experience because he said he never seen anything like that before in his life. I guess new life, new experiences, y'all. I don't know. But it don't matter because it don't matter. One thing about them folks, they get it whether they are the poorest person or the richest person. Even these rich people among them get this, and their children get it. So it's people of all income brackets that get these head lice. How do you control it? You can't. You can't say, okay, a lice ain't gonna say, well, that dude is a millionaire. I ain't gonna jump in his head. He gonna, I'm jumping in that head, that head. That lice ain't picky. They gonna jump in any head. Okay. So anyway, other home remedies that people have tried to get rid of head lice is vinegar, alcohol, olive oil, mayonnaise, melted butter, petroleum jelly, and found that only products that cause significant mortality to lice was the petroleum jelly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I was growing up, they were saying the reason why black people were not getting it is because we used to wear it was because of the hair products we use. And a lot of people, back then and probably still now, used hair grease and they couldn't survive in it. Whenever they tried to get in our head, the hair grease would suffocate them and they would die. So they couldn't get too much traction. Plus, I was reading years ago, because our hair have a pattern to it, our woolly hair have a pattern to it, that it's hard for them to navigate around on our hair. The pattern alone, they'll just drop off of our heads and go elsewhere because it's very difficult for them to get around when you got a hair texture or certain zigzag pattern. They can't move around that well on that. All right. So, certain essential oils is another thing they have tried to combat hair lice. And they said in South America, that's what they use. They'll use certain essential oils like eucalyptus, marjoram, rosemary, and as a home remedy, that's what they try to use to get rid of head lice. But just like every place else, when that fails, they have to go and seek out more professional help. So they're just saying parents should avoid remedies that are unproven when it comes down to head lice. And that's usually the typical thing they always say when it comes down to really virtually any product. If it's unproven, you shouldn't do it. But you know what? We have a lot of remedies within our community, and we know they do work. And it may be unproven to a medical professional, but we know those things work. I remember when I was a kid, I had the flu. And then after the flu, I had one of those small cold sores on my lip. And I remember my grandmother got uh, a, a safety pin, a bottle of hair nail removal, and a cotton ball. And I remember she pricked on my cold sore and she put that nail remover on the cotton ball and pressed it right up against that cold sore. By the time I went to bed that night, that cold sore was gone. You hear me? It was gone. It looked crazy what she was doing, but I tell you what, it worked. It worked. She did it and she dabbed it on one more time later that day. And by the time I went to bed that night, I had no cold sore. It was gone. So we laugh at some of these remedies that our foremothers and forefathers got, but sometimes that stuff worked. it worked in that case. And she was like, "Oh no," she said, "this stuff in the nail polish remover, it'll kill that cold sore." And she ain't lying, because that sucker was gone in less than a day. It burned like hell. I remember screaming because it was burning like hell, but that sucker was gone. Within several hours, it was gone. Sometimes they're kind of out there, but sometimes those remedies be working. Mm-hmm. No, we don't get it. It's hard for them to navigate in our head, because of our hair pattern. That's why, they tend to, if they do get in your head, they tend to leave because they just can't deal with it. You remember we got real hair. We got real hair. We don't have fur. We got real hair. I tell you what, you can talk crap about our hair all you want, but when it comes down to stories like this, I am grateful for my woolly hair. I am deeply grateful to have my woolly hair. Woo! I am grateful, y'all. Dark skinned brother, thank you for the super chat. Them head lices want to get in on the picture. Yeah, I guess they wanted to be in the selfie too. Oh man, Eric Ogletree, thank you for the super sticker. Dark skin brother, thank you for the super sticker. And dark skin brother, thank you for the super chat. We got real hair. They got over. Yeah, you ain't never lied. Yeah. I just y'all, I ain't gonna never be the same now that I know they have other bug infestations besides lice. I am never gonna be the same. Oh man. Oh man. That is absolutely crazy to me. That is crazy. You have other bug outbreaks in your head. I just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This was definitely eye opening for me. Sickening, but also eye opening. Yes, it says they get aphid outbreaks too, ant outbreaks, beetle outbreaks in their head. Woo, man. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all, I'm sorry that I wrecked your day like this. I am deeply sorry I wrecked your day with this sick report. George F. Stowe the third, thank you so much as usual for giving me a super chat. You are always so supportive, and I deeply appreciate that. That brother has always been supportive since he's been a subscriber. So, y'all, please enjoy the rest of your day. Please enjoy the rest of your day, despite probably being sick to your stomach. And we'll definitely come back again on a different topic. Shalom, family.